Hey, let's talk about the pre-writing for the love essay. Remember to get all of your assignments from the modules page, which for me is located at home, the very first page that loads up. When I click on the assignment for the love pre-writing, this page is what pops up. This is what you'll see. When you get done with your pre-writing, you'll turn it in right here. Remember that if all of your writing assignments are late, you can be marked absent as long as we are online. You don't need to quote from anything. You can refer to anything that you read that was assigned prior to this pre-writing. If you read an article that was assigned or something like that, there's really no reason for you to go online and read anything. I don't care about what the internet says. I only care about what you have to say. This assignment is pre-writing only, and the essay will be turned in next. I would encourage you to let me grade your pre-writing before you start the essay, because if your essay is not done proper, or your pre-writing, if your pre-writing is not done properly, you will get a 0 for both. So make sure that pre-writing is done properly. So let's take a second and look at some properly done pre-writing. This is, I think, from the spring, and this is for the families essay. Not going to be assigned to you this time. This is in the student samples folder. So this was 3 reasons this student loved his family. Now, on pre-writing, I do not care anything about what you say in the introduction. You can plan your introduction if you want to, but I really don't care if it's there or not. On pre-writing, I only want to see a plan for the 3 body paragraphs. I do not want to see the 3 body paragraphs. I want to see the plan for the body paragraphs. First of all, you need 3 completely different topics. Selfless, okay? Playful, that's completely different. And take care of one another. Okay, selfless and take care of one another are kind of in the same area, but I think they're different enough. Now, look at his details. He probably did not use all of these details in his essay, and there may have been other details that did show up in his essay that were not on this plan. Let's look at playful. That looks like the most fun. We play fight all the time. Oh, for example, I was looking for that story. We have pillow fights on Christmas. Now he has taken an idea and built upon it with a little story. Remember your stories. We make games for whatever the holiday is. I think that's what it is. Love to crack a joke. My family loves to crack a joke. What would be good is maybe if he came in and, for example, if somebody has a nickname or something like that, tell me what the people's nicknames are in that family and how they got them. But you only have about 100 to 125 words per paragraph, so you can't always tell me everything you want to tell me, but you definitely want to have at least one very vivid little story in your body paragraph. Every body paragraph should have at least one story. Remember that pre-writing from How to Write a Paragraph. And he says, and maybe this would be a good closing sentence. In my family, there are never any dull moments. Yeah, I think that would work. So topic sentence. My family is all right, how about this? I love my family because we are playful at times. That's better. And then he tells me his details, tells me his stories, and then the closing sentence. I love my family because there are never any dull moments, or something like that. And then that's when he actually gets into the paragraph writing now. The pre-writing is just notes. Now, on the conclusion, I don't really care about seeing the conclusion on your pre-writing. You can always plan more. The more you plan, the less you have to work when you actually write the essay. So let's go back here. Okay. Whenever you decide to do your pre-writing, once again, there are lots of ways to pre-write. Bubble maps, clusters, webs, formal outlines if you prefer that, brainstorming, and then taking little numbers and numbering that brainstorm in order and crossing out details you don't want and adding details off to the side that you do want. I don't care what your pre-writing looks like as long as I can see the plan for all 3 body paragraphs and it is not free writing. When you click on this link, this will pop up. And it is the same thing as this. But you can type in it. You can type in it. Now, if you have an iPad or something, Apple doesn't play well with others sometimes, so it may not work. But every other computer should work. You can type on it, download it, and then turn it into Canvas. You can also handwrite these things. You could sketch this out yourself on paper and take a picture of it and upload it to Canvas. Okay, lots of ways to do your pre-writing and get it turned in. And once again, handwritten is fine. Just make sure I can read it. All right. Here are your topics. These topics are written as thesis statements, and these are sentences you may have. This is the one time that you can actually just copy something. Maybe there's a little something you really don't like about my thesis and you want to kind of fix it and make it your own. By all means, do that. But stay on the playground of these topics here. I should be able to recognize these topics whenever you write your thesis statement. 75 to 100 words, but you can go over. The more you plan on your pre-writing, the easier the essay will be. And here's a last piece of advice. When you do your pre-writing and get it turned in, first of all, let me grade it before you jump into the essay. Second of all, let it sit for a few days. Give your brain a break and let that pre-writing kind of turn over in your head. And then when you come to the essay, you'll be fresh and ready to go. But I'm not there. I can't stop you from jumping in and drafting out some paragraphs. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.